When your father brought you to us, you claimed you traveled to this place, Wonderland.
The success of Once Upon a Time has led to the launch of Once Upon a Time in Wonderland. So can you tell us about the crossover between the projects?
I think what's really cool is that there isn't actually a character crossover. It's more of a brand crossover, kind of like CSI was to CSI New York. There's not really characters, it's really more of a cousin. It's a style crossover. People who like Once Upon a Time will be able to watch the show and totally get into it. And if you haven't watched Once Upon a Time, you're going to be able to dig it also because it's not required knowledge.
Can you just summarize for our audience then how this is set up as Alice in Wonderland as Once Upon a Time? Like, what is the show?
Everybody's familiar with those books, right? About a girl who went on this adventure and she came back talking about hookah-smoking caterpillars and invisible cats and beheading queens. And if you heard that from somebody, you'd think that they were cray-cray, right? So she gets locked up. When we meet Alice, this is the aftermath of those books, and it's a girl who's now been put in a hospital. And this is about a girl who's about to give up on that magic, and the magic is brought back to her, and she's been told that the person that you left back in Wonderland is actually alive, and she has to go back to Wonderland and find him, and kick a little ass along the way.
We've all grown up with the story of Alice in Wonderland, and it's very near and dear to a lot of people, but this show takes it in an interesting way. Was that something that really drew you to it? I mean, obviously getting to play Alice is a joy, but now that it's different and exciting.
Yeah, the role was, when I read it, I was very excited because she's so strong and she's a woman now, and I haven't had a chance to really play a role like that before, so that got me really excited. And then I get to do fight scenes.
When you really love someone, you don't need proof.
Tell us how your character fits into the story.
My character is Cyrus, and I'm playing a genie with lots of magical, mystical powers, which everyone wants. I'm imprisoned, and then I meet Alice, and I'm freed through love. And then the evil forces kind of separate us again, and that's the main kind of drive, the narrative of the story, is Alice and Cyrus trying to find each other again.
Nothing's impossible in Wonderland.
Do you feel a bit of pressure to step into these roles, or do you find you're fully prepared and the writers have created a great script for you?
I think we're just hugely grateful to the fans, and there were so many people supporting our show, and that's a huge thing. So for me, I feel really comfortable and just excited to go and do what I love to do, which is acting, and the writers and the producers have worked so hard. They're the ones that do all the hard work.
But there is a massive pressure to perform well and do the writers proud and the fans proud and do Once proud. Yeah, I think there is a pressure. It'll make us work harder.
I've never met a human quite like you, Alice.
I've never met a genie quite like you.